UVA gets a gift from the refs against Duke University in their win. Who cares?
You are Locked On Virginia, your daily podcast on the Virginia Cavaliers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good day, viewers and listeners. I am your host, Big Law Lawrence Johnson, and welcome to the Locked On Virginia Cavaliers podcast, the first place to come to get your daily Wahoo fix as part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Title sponsor today is LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Jobs, you can hire qualified candidates more efficiently by matching open roles with people who have the skills, values, and experiences to help you achieve your 2023 goals. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedoncollege. Terms and conditions apply. All right, everyone. So, the date is 2/13, 2023, and we're just going to talk about this Duke game after the fact. How do you feel after you've kind of come down off of that high? How do you digest the whining and the crying, okay, from all of the Duke faithful? This is what I got to say about it. I don't care. I look at Duke and I say, it's about time. Duke has gotten so many calls uh, in the entire world of college basketball, with Coach K staring, at officials, just burning a hole through, an official's jersey because he did not like a previous call. So maybe they feel like they have to give him a makeup call. And that's what Coach K does. He's very intimidating. He's, biggest, most popular coach in college basketball. So I feel like a lot of the refs had a lot of pressure on them to be favorable. I'm not saying give them calls, but they're somewhat favorable to Duke to Duke players, the calls that they've gotten. And I'm not saying that it's also that, Coach K and Duke is cheating, but, just the way that a lot of calls have gone, Duke has gotten so many calls. I don't want to hear it. I don't not want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's something that, being a Virginia fan or an ACC fan, you would see all the time. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. The score was 58-58 at overtime. Excuse me, at the end of the game. Filipowski, who is the leading scorer for Duke, did not even score in the game. But on this last play of the game, with 1.2 seconds, he does a curl around the left side of a pick, gets the ball from someone throwing it in out of bounds, and is headed straight to the rim, a straight beeline. And to me, I was in the stadium and I saw the replays. It didn't look like a foul, but but the whistle blew, and it looked like Reese Beekman could have fouled Filipowski to the rim. Now that's a 6'3" guard blocking a 6'11", 6'10" man running to the basket. To me, it looked like, and you would think it would be a foul, but it looks like Reese got all ball at the rim. Filipowski was going straight for the dunk. And they called the foul, they blew the whistle. So I guess since they blew the whistle, a lot of people are thinking that, it should continue on and be a foul, which by rule, in quotations, it was supposed to be a foul, and Filipowski was supposed to shoot free throws with 0 time on the clock. I don't really get that rule with 0 time on the clock, and they say that the foul occurred right at the end, it wasn't a foul. That's the thing that people are missing. They say when there's a foul call, there should be foul shots, especially if going to the bucket in active shooting. There should be a foul, but no. If you look at the replay and you look at it objectively, it was a clean block by Reese Beekman, and it could be the play that sends Duke down into like the cellar where they have to play uh, the entire time in Greensboro and not, get the double bye. It definitely could be that game that does it. But Duke, the fans that were there were yelling and screaming. The team was yelling and screaming. It was great. Everybody was so upset. Even social media online, everyone is losing it. They're losing their stuff. And I'm just kind of like, wow. They're so entitled. These Duke fans. I told you. There's two fan bases that I cannot stand, or two or three, but two for sure. The Duke Blue Devils and the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. Cannot stand either of them. Just cannot stand them. Very entitled Duke fan base. They think they should get every call. They think, because I guess they had Coach K, and Coach K, all-time greatest coach. I just don't think they wear it well. One of my guys called them like the ultimate heel. Kind of like Vince McMahon. They kind of like run everything, but they also are villains at the same time. You know what I mean? That's kind of like Duke is. They kind of can be oppressive in the way that they apply their advantage on certain things, and then they also get all the 5 stars, and they get the 5 stars, they get the calls, they have the lineage. I don't know. I don't care. Duke lost. I'm happy about it. Score wound up being 69-62, and UVA pulls it out in overtime. And the ACC actually released a statement, saying that, the officials made the wrong call and we apologize, and this needs to be. You know what? It ain't time for apologies right now. This is the end of the year, college basketball. In less than a month, we have the ACC tournament. Just live with it, man. These are officials you guys hired. Just live with it. Everyone else has to live with it. When Duke would get favorable calls, hey, it's okay. Sometimes it's not nice when the rabbit has the gun. Easter's right around the corner. Okay? I'm just letting you know. As a small business owner, our hiring manager, that success in 2023 all depends on the team members you surround yourself with. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. With LinkedIn Jobs, you can hire qualified candidates more efficiently by matching open roles with people who have the skills, values, and experiences to help you achieve your goals. This is the time to get your proper candidates in there so that you can hit your financial goals and hit your company goals that you need to hit. LinkedIn Jobs helps you quickly attract qualified candidates to your open jobs with targeted tools. They go beyond resume data by using insights from your job posts, company, and their 875 million member profiles to put your post in front of the most qualified candidates. Identify the most qualified candidates on LinkedIn Jobs and connect with them fast and for free. LinkedIn Jobs makes it easy to screen and rate applicants based on your job for qualifications, all on one platform. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in developing quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedon. That's linkedin.com/lockedon Locked On College, to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you again for making Locked On Virginia your first listen every day. Make sure you check out our brand new podcast, Locked On College Basketball. Everything you need to know about college basketball in one place. Plus, hear from big name experts, insiders, coaches, and players. Locked On College Basketball available wherever you get YouTube and you get your podcast. So, yes, everybody. As I said before, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the whining. I don't want to hear Duke, Duke alumni writing letters. I just know that this was an L that they're going to have to swallow, and like doing it. Okay, so, but the game was a great game. One of those typical February, late season games you see in the ACC. It really felt like it was so much on the line, and it was. But it's one of the rare times Duke was not ranked this late in the season. But what was really cool in the JPJ was the energy. It was a true tournament atmosphere. The stadium was sold out for sure. Okay, as the stadium is sold out, parking was a bear. I'm trying to get there, and I'm in traffic. I had to park way down, away from media. The second media. Actually, this was the third media overflow parking I had to get to. So it was just packed. Whenever you get teams that are close to you, Charlottesville, you got Duke, you got NC State, North Carolina, and some others. When you get those close teams to Charlottesville, you just get an overflow of their fans and overflow of their media. Duke is still Duke. I will give them that. You can't take that from them. But it was a gift. And UVA will unwrap this gift. You think about on their way to the championship 4 years ago, 2019, right? At the end of the game there against Auburn, I believe it was. The score was UVA down by 2, right? Kyle Guy in the corner goes up for the 3-point shot, right? Goes for the shot. He's fouled with no time left, right? And he gets his legs taken out from under him. Kyle Guy calmly walks to the free throw line, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, and UVA wins. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you need the benefit of the doubt from a call, from an official, or just plain dumb luck. And that's what UVA got this time. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. All right? Something special may be brewing right now. I just need you guys to stay on here with for this ride, and let's see where this team can go. Let me also tell you this, UVA actually won this game without hitting any free throws hardly and barely hitting three-pointers. Let me share this with you. UVA missed 13 free throws. How in the hell did UVA win this game? They should not have won this game. Duke shot over 50% from 3, okay? And right at 50% or right below 50% from 2. They should not have won this game. The stats were so topsy-turvy, it was hard to make sense of it. With with UVA winning and Duke losing and all the stats, UVA had a lot of assists, okay? UVA had a lot of steals. So, but Duke, they had a lot of turnovers. So it was definitely one of those things where the box did not pay attention. UVA shot 28% from deep. Okay, that's not what they average. They average right about 40% from deep. I want to say they shot like 4, and I had this stat. It was at 4 for 22. something in that realm, and it was just absolutely abysmal. Or 4-4-14. But 8-4, 18-4, 18-4. University of Virginia jumps up, okay, to a tie for number one with Pitt after the abysmal loss by the Clemson Tigers. Then they're also 11-3 in the ACC, but by tiebreaker, I would think Pittsburgh has the tiebreaker, but still got some basketball left. Then you want to come to Duke. They're 17-8, 8-6. Not as Duke-like as what we're used to seeing. They still have talent. They still got some guys, man. They have some talent out there, man. Some of those guys, they can go. I was curious to see how the talent would stack up, but I think it's just the sum of the way that UVA plays with their team chemistry, and they cover each other. The team defense, the team offense, they run offense very well. But this game, they didn't hit threes, they didn't hit free throws. You know what they did exceptionally well to win this game? They got to the bucket. They drove to the rim, got fouled. Even though they were not hitting their free throws, they got fouled. The star point guard for Duke fouled out. Okay? Roach. Okay, he fouled out. That was because they kept putting pressure, driving on him into the paint. And it was just a marvelous display of game planning. I know Tony Bennett was switching in and out, and I cannot go any further without saying this is like the fourth time this year. My man Ryan Dunn, all right? Ryan Dunn, whenever there's something that needs to happen on the defensive end or something to change the energy, like a highlight, rim rocking, backboard breaking dunk, it's from a kid named Ryan Dunn, okay, from upstate New York, from up in New York. The kid had a defensive play, right? A stoppage on Filipowski. Filipowski was averaging 16 points a game. He was one of the reasons Filipowski didn't score, especially at the end of the game. Shut down defense. All right? Great defense by Ryan Dunn. And then they caught him, then they gave him a great pass from Ben Vanderplas on the baseline for a rim rocking dunk where his head is at the rim. I love it. I love it. This kid, this is, like I said, the fourth time, at least that I've seen this year where a game's energy shifted when this kid came in and gave either a energy changing play on a defensive end or put up a rim rocking dunk to change the energy and to change the trajectory of the game and push it and turn it towards a University of Virginia win. Kid's amazing, man. And then, of course, their other freshmen didn't have that great of a game. Isaac McNeely, who's their three-point sharpshooter. Duke is playing their defense. Duke has done their research on him, and he only made one three-point shooter. I believe he missed 3 or 4. So, but they did a good job on him. But let me give you some of these stats. But before I give you some stats, looking for a delicious treat, but don't want all the fat and calories? Then you gotta try Built Bar. We just got through the holidays, and I know my goal is to eat a little healthier this year. If you're like me, where you want to eat healthier but don't want to compromise taste, then man, I've got a thing for you. You've got to try Built Bar. Healthy is actually tasty. Seriously. They're so delicious, you won't think they're good for you. Perfect for your New Year's resolution. What makes Built Bars so good? Well, for starters, they're covered in 100% real chocolate. That's right, real chocolate. And they come in unbelievably good flavors like churro, peanut butter brownie, coconut, and coconut almond. I'm not sure how Built Bar does it, but these bars taste like a candy bar while maintaining amazing macros. And what's even better is that they are healthy. Only 130 calories and 4 grams of sugar with a whopping 17 grams of protein. And now you don't need to wait around to get a box. For years, we've been talking about ordering your Built bars at Built.com. Now you can get them at your local Walmart or Sam's Club. That's right. Head to your nearest Walmart today, walk to the pharmacy section, and grab yourself a box of Built Bars. You can pick up a 4 box of cookies and cream, double chocolate, or coconut puffs. If you're close to Sam's Club, run to Sam's Club and grab a 13-bar box with our hit flavors of brownie batter and churro. You can thank me later. But getting back at everything, guys, man, I'm definitely excited about what I saw from both of these teams. And the Wahoos won in a way they really haven't won all year. They hadn't lost that many games, first of all. Missed that many free throws, first of all. And they hadn't missed free throws in conjunction with missing three-pointers that way. So there we go. How did they win? They kept driving to the bucket. Kihei was an assassin getting into the paint. Reese Beekman, even Isaac McNeely, got to the paint, which is really, really encouraging because of his deadly three-point shot. If they step out on him, him dribble by someone, get to the bucket, you got to love that. Isaac McNeely, young legs, athletic, true freshman. He has him and Ryan Dunn, they have a huge future in front of them. But for points-wise, I'll give you the points here. K.A. Clark had 16, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Reese Beekman had 4 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Amon Franklin, kudos to Amon for stepping up. Great bounce-back game. Had 23 points and had the one three-pointer in overtime that put UVA up by 4 and 3 rebounds. And then Bennett Vanderplas, who in overtime went to the line about 3 or 4 times. Didn't make all of his free throws, but he had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Great play by Bennett Vanderplas. Great bounce back game. And, Duke Roach, their star point guard, had 16 and 2. Tyrese Proctor had 14. Gardner had 11. And Whitehead had 10. And Filipowski, their leading scorer, had a donut, which was all the reason for this team. That was pretty much, you shut down their top scorer. That was it, man. Great game by those Wahoos. Let's talk about the next game. The next game isn't until Wednesday. They have the lowly Louisville Cardinals coming to town. They're going on the road. They're going on the road to play Louisville. And, in Louisville, they should take care of business out there. I think they have maybe 1 or 2 conference wins. They're a team that's struggling, surprisingly. Usually Louisville plays, a great brand of basketball. They have a legacy, too, out there in Kentucky. Usually play very well. But then the next games after that, Louisville, Notre Dame, Boston College, UNC. That's a huge game, in addition to the one right after that, which is Clemson. Then they close out the year with Louisville. I'm thinking if they can get through the rest of these games with only 1 loss, and then they go into the tournament, number 1 seed possibly, and they got to get 27, 28 wins to get to, a possible shot at a number 1 seed or a number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. So let's make sure we keep a check on them, and we'll make sure that we keep you guys up to date as well. But Wednesday, 7 p.m. against Louisville. It should be a good game for the Cavaliers. It seems like a game that they are, they won all different kinds of ways this time with the driving to the bucket. Didn't hit threes, didn't hit free throws. They did execute the offense, but they just were not hitting their outside shots. So great job, Wahoos. Sorry, Duke. Cry your eyes out. Who cares? Wahoo wah. Let's keep this thing rolling, guys. Thanks for making Locked On Virginia your first listen every day. Make sure you check out our brand new podcast, Locked On College Basketball. Everything you need to know about college basketball in one place. Plus, hear from big name experts, insiders, coaches, and players. Locked On College Basketball, available on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.